Hey guys, Profi Hughes here. Let's tell you what we're going to do today. Today I have some footage from a restaurant that we went into. We got permission from the owners. Their names are Bere and Diana. And they own a gorditas place, which is really delicious. Gorditas, if you don't really know what they are, they're a rather thicker tortilla, and they'll separate them kind of halfway and open them up like a pita. Okay, so it'd be like a corn pita. And they can put cheese or what we call guisados in there. Guisados are like stews. And she'll mention all the ones that she had. I thought about subtitling it, and then I said, you know what? I'm not going to. I want you to hear it. I want you to be present. I will put the translation down in the description box for you. But as we go through the lessons, I want you to hear live and what's going on without just reading everything. I want you to hear it. I want you to be there. All right? I'm going to try to make these videos as live as possible. I mean, wow, you're really there. Okay? So let's talk about what we're going to do for the rest of the course, the class here. After the video, we're going to go ahead and review some greetings, questions, and answers that you might hear in the street. Also, we're going to discuss our titles, again, Senora, Senor, and some other titles that you will use and hear expressed toward you in the street. And also, I'm going to give you the numbers from 1 to 10. I'm going to give you a chance to pronounce them. My advice, as always, is write these things down. Have a notebook. Start filling that notebook out. And write down your vocabulary. You should review it every day. You're the ones that want to learn the Spanish and get here and choose your climate and choose your income level and whatnot. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at that video. I think you're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Well, you know what? It's right over here, so I'm going to watch with you. Okay? All right. Okay, so we're about to enter Gorditas Deli. This place is delicious, but we're going to kind of give you guys an idea of how you'll enter any place, really, any business in Mexico. Here we go. Hola, buenos días.
¿Qué tal? Buenos días.
Gracias. ¿Qué quisieras?
Yo quiero una quesadilla. Claro que sí. ¿La quieres de frita o de comal? Frita. Muy bien. Ok. ¿De qué se la vamos a poner? ¿De qué tiene? Tengo chicharrón rojo y verde prensado, del duro, picadillo, deshebrada, carne de puerco de chile pasilla, papas con chorizo, papas con jitomate. ¿Hoy no hay molito? Hoy no tenemos mole, eso es el fin de semana. ¿Cómo ves? Bueno, de chicharrón verde. Del verde, muy bien. ¿Y para usted qué
igual,
igual,
por favor.
¿Lo mismo?
Sí, por
muy
favor.
bien.
Gracias.
Tomen asiento, ahorita se los preparamos.
Gracias. And that's all there is, yay. Okay. Yeah, we have that much fun here, okay? So, sorry for the halo. Anyway, it's a work in progress. You know what? We're just gonna work on this with you here. So we're gonna go ahead and finish with the rest of the subject matter today, and I'll come up and give a final adios and whatnot. Here we go. Okay, guys, greetings and farewells. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about these. Adios is pretty much a general greeting, all right? You can use it pretty much anytime, anywhere, and I've never had an issue with it. Adios, okay. Buenos dias is what we use in the morning, and it means good morning or good day, but normally not in the afternoon. That's when we get into buenas tardes. That would mean good afternoon. And like I said, about 7 o'clock in the previous video, buenas noches is the norm, and that means either good evening or good night. So you're off the hook. You don't have to decide which, right? And if you're leaving somebody, just say, hasta luego, see you later. Or hasta mañana, see you tomorrow. And you can always say, hola, hello, or hi. So repeat after me. I'll read it twice, okay? And then you repeat each time. Adios. Adios. Buenos días. Buenos días. Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes. Buenas noches. Buenas noches. Hasta luego. Hasta luego. Hasta mañana. Hasta mañana. Hola. Hola. Okay, now let's talk about some titles and helpful questions and answers. Okay, señor is Mr. or Sir. Señora is Mrs. or Ma'am. Señorita is Miss, but it's very polite. In fact, unlike other parts of the world where they're kind of downgrading Miss, or my daughter Roxana took a German course, and apparently lately the younger generation doesn't like Fräulein for whatever reason. Señorita is still very polite. In fact, if you make a mistake and maybe call a señora a señorita, oftentimes they'll be like, oh, no, I'm a señora now. But, like they remember the times when they were señoritas, that wonderful time of life. The next one, in my town anyway, you can call people don. And you can also call them like Don Arturo or their whole name, like Don Juan Sanchez, but never their last name. That's actually, it's rather pejorative. So I look at that Don Sanchez over there. That's a little sarcastic, and people probably won't like you too much for that. But that also can mean sir in general. Also, there's a term seño, which is if you're not sure if it's señorita or señora, you can say seño. And that's like ma'am in general, okay? And then we have our greetings. Now you're going to notice that I put usted and tú in brackets. That's because the ending of the verb tells you exactly whom you are talking with. So if you want to use it, great. If you don't, that's fine. So, ¿cómo está usted? How do you do? That would be very formal. That's why, how do you do, right? ¿Cómo estás tú? How are you? That's rather informal. Those are friends and folks in your age group, etc. Normally, usted would be doctors, lawyers, people who are older, okay? And the response would be bien, ¿y usted? Or bien, ¿y tú? Or if you want to say bien, gracias, usted, or tú, however you wish, okay? It means I'm doing good, doing fine, all's well, thank you. And you? You have to say and you. It's really important to ask them again, reply back. It's just part of the tradition. And like you heard in the video, ¿qué hay de nuevo? Or ¿qué tal? All right, in this case, ¿qué hay de nuevo? What's new? And you can say, no mucho, not much. All right, so repeat after me. Señor, señor, señora, señora, señorita, señorita, don, don, seño, seño. ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo está usted? ¿Cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás tú? Bien, ¿y usted? Bien, ¿y tú? ¿Qué hay de nuevo? ¿Qué hay de nuevo? No mucho. No mucho. And for the last part of this little lesson here, we're going to do the numbers 1 through 10. Actually, and I'm going to add 0 at the end, but you'll see that, okay? The translations are over on the right. Believe it or not, uno is gender specific. In fact, if it's singular, it means one, and later we'll find out that if it's plural, it means two. I only put uno here, but it could be uno, una, okay? One, depending on which one, if it's a feminine gender or masculine gender noun, or unos, unas, and that would depend on some masculine gender thing that you want, or unas would be some feminine gender thing that you want, okay? Masculine gender would be lápiz, a pencil. Dame unos lápices, por favor. Give me some pencils, please. Or dame unas plumas, por favor. Give me some pens, please. So here's how to pronounce them. Repeat after me. Uno. Uno. Dos. Dos. Tres. tres, cuatro, cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis, seis, siete, siete, ocho, ocho, nueve, nueve, diez, diez. And notice the following is spelled with a C, not a Z or Z if you're Canadian. Cero, cero. Okay, so what we learned today, we went through a restaurant. We got to interact with folks here in Mexico. We went ahead and discussed some greetings and some titles, and you now have the numbers between 0 and 10 so that you can give an address or even a phone number. We're almost to the end here, so as always, and I think on most YouTube videos, folks ask you to go ahead and subscribe, thumbs up, give me a comment or two if you have a question, if I missed something, if there's something that you'd like me to elaborate on. Been here a long time, and we're here to serve. So go ahead and don't forget to hit the little bell icon. Alrighty, that's going to go ahead and allow you all the access to my videos as soon as I upload them. So until next week, class dismissed.